So I'm here with Daniel Oss, who's been a pro for 10 years. Daniel, we asked the pros a couple of years ago what they thought about disc brakes in the peloton. And since then there's been a bit of change, I think, personally. What's your thoughts on that?
I try some bikes with disc, and the technology is super. It's fantastic. The disc brake makes, for sure in the rain especially, the brake safer and stable, and you have the same feeling, you know, you can brake everywhere.
I think it works really well. Still, I don't see it is an advantage to have a mixed peloton with disc brakes and normal brakes. I think if the disc brakes are going through for the racing mode in our bunch, I think everybody should use them, but not in a mixed peloton.
Well, I've ridden them the last two Paris-Roubaix. We used them because we had a bigger tubular, and for me, I really loved it. Especially now, we're able to have the same hood. You have the same brake position with the new disc, and you can make basically a light bike with it. And for me, the brake is just insanely good. Even with rain, it doesn't block it. Because before, I think a lot of people were scared to just completely block the wheel and then slip, but it actually just brakes smoother, and it's easier to quickly brake.
The only side I can see is maybe in the wet, you know, in the wet it's quite hard to stop on normal brakes, but everyone's on normal brakes, so everyone's stopping at the same speed, which kind of, that's how it works, you know. So although you can't stop, the person in front of you can't stop either. So you're kind of all in the same sort of, bit like on the track where you have no brakes, exactly the same kind of thing, where if it's raining and someone's got disc brakes with good braking, and they're in front of you and able to brake, and you're behind with no disc brakes, then the chances are you might end up going into them, you know. So that's the only downside I can see of it.
I didn't test it yet, so I cannot say anything about it, if it's good or not, but I heard from friends also in my home, which used the disc brake in the training, and that it's perfect in the rain.
I think they're coming, and I think it's going to happen for a number of reasons. But yeah, I think the bikes have made evolutions, and this is going to be the next one. There's concern from the riders about safety, and once all of that, and I think it will be resolved, I think they'll be in the bunch. And you know, I think there's a real advantage. It's been a long time since we've had a wet Roubaix, but if we did have a wet Roubaix, I think that'd be quite an advantage to have disc brakes in a race like that.
So there we are, the thoughts and opinions from some of the World Tour riders on disc brakes in the Pro Peloton for 2018. As ever though, I want to know what you think of them. Which side of the fence are you on? Are you for or against? I'm looking forward to reading those comments down below. Also, remember to like and share this video with your friends, and subscribe to the GCN Tech channel. Click on the logo on screen right now, highly recommended. And for 2 more great videos that you cannot miss, click down here for a pro bike from the Tour Down Under, and down here for the latest bikes, tech and equipment from the Tour Down Under.